Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Weekly Pint. This is not a show, just so you know. And since it's not a show, it doesn't matter that I was like multiple hours late tonight, because if it was a show, we would have a schedule that we had to stick to. But since it's not, we're okay, right? I'm sorry, guys. It's been a busy week. First week, kind of unemployed, self-employed, re-employed by me. I don't know how you word that, but last week was hectic and crazy and packed full of excitement. And then tonight was also really exciting because it's the first night of the Ohio Craft Brewers Association conference. Ohio Craft Brewers Conference, whatever you want to call it. So I've been making the rounds, trying to rub the gnome elbows with as many people as possible, and it fulfilled all of those dreams that you know that it did. So that's why I was late tonight. I was out. I was out drinking. That's the truth. So Marco already had his truth, for the record, his to-go food and truth. Justin says, "Sup, nerds." I assume he has also had his standard PBR. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, it was. Marco says, "Forgot about that." It was definitely interesting. It was great. That's the. Here's what it means. It means that I got to sit down, I got to have a beer with people that I don't get to sit down and just have a beer with that often. It also means I got to say hi to some people that I don't get to say hi to that often. It means that I got to see some people that like to wave and pretend that we're friends, even though I know that we're not deep down. There's a lot to unpack there. But I need to crack open a beer. Got an empty glass. Got a full can. We're going to dive into this. West Side Munich style Helles Lager. My oldest kid is having a sleepover tonight. When I left the house this afternoon, she was going to go to play in the snow with her cousin. Got home, she was still gone. So I get a bed pretty much to myself, except for, of course, my wife. Although if she wants to sleep on the couch, that's awesome. I could have the bed to myself. Get to stretch out a little bit. Not my wife. The oldest still sleeps in bed with us because, I don't know why, because we let her, the proverbial we, and she takes up all of the space. She can somehow, this little kid, this big, can take up an entire king-size bed and make it really uncomfortable for two adults. So I'm really looking forward to being able to have a nice night without that. Cheers, guys. My Fatheads glass says, "Chill out, man. Have a beer." I am a huge lager fan. You guys know that if you listen to the show, in any of my shows. I love a good, well-made lager, and this one is really well-made lager. Hang on, let me drink it. So Helles is the the way I see it, I'm sure I've talked about this before. I see Helles and Pilsner as being siblings almost. Pilsner is the hoppier side of the duo, whereas Helles is the maltier side of the duo. They're really similar beers, but Helles leans just a hair into the malt, and Pilsner leans just a hair into the hops. And West Side absolutely nails it with this one. It is so good. It is crackery as far as the malt goes, but still crisp and super easy drinking. I could do a whole bunch of this. This is exactly what I want, especially on a night like tonight. So good. So I stopped earlier tonight. First stop was at 50 West. That was where we were checking in for Craft Brewers Conference. And I had a dark lager there. I think they called it a dark Czech lager. It was fantastic, absolutely delicious. That was followed up with their German Pilsner, which was okay. It was good. Not the best Pilsner I've ever had, not the worst Pilsner by far that I've ever had. It was good. And then I followed that up. Last stop was at Street Side, and I had, of course, socially. Well, I had a couple beers, but I had a little taster of our waffle brown. And it was probably not the beer I should have had tonight, since it was like 9% or something. But it was delicious. Marco says, just cracked a Thunder Snow, spill the beans from CPC. We'll get there. And then followed that up with their Nightlight Kolsch, which was, it's Kolsch. It's good. It's delicious. I wish so much that Street Side would do a lager these days. I feel like they are. I feel like they're prime for just a lager or two to come back. But sorry. But they are. I guess there's only so much you can do, as far as tank space in a brewery like that. Marco says yes without lactose. That's the problem with almost everything these days, is that the trends. So most craft beer drinkers want a couple things, and one of those things just so happens to be milkshake IPAs or lactose-ridden New England IPAs or something like that. And if that's what people want to drink, that's what you as a brewery, I guess, feel like you are forced to make. That's not what all of us want to drink, though. I like the Crispy Boys. I like something that's just easy drinking. Again, not that the stuff that I'm always supporting is that, going back to our waffle brown, socially influenced. It's not crispy at all. It doesn't have lactose, but it's not at all a crispy beer. But it was good tonight. So going back, Marco says, spill the beans from CBC. We just started the week. It was like basically just a happy hour tonight. It was just people hanging out, having a drink, and saying hi. There were a lot of people ready to rub elbows a little bit. It's been a long time since people have been able to get together. I don't want to say anything that I shouldn't say about conversations or anything like that, but there's definitely lots of people that are curious about what's happening in Cincinnati beer, I guess. And I don't know that I'm always the right person to ask about that, because I see the positives, I think, in a lot of situations that other people maybe don't see. I don't know. I don't know how to put it in a in a friendly way, but I think sometimes people are ready to jump on stuff that's happening and be negative about it, and that's definitely not me at all. I'm excited about where Cincinnati beer is, and I'm excited about Cincinnati beer and where it's going from here. But we're definitely gonna have a lot to talk about after this week. That's for sure. I know that the conversation's just gonna keep growing. Marco says, who is closing, who is expanding, and who likes or does not like Truth Beer Podsequences? All right, so there's a couple answers in there that are easy. Who is closing? That's difficult. So I've heard rumors about a couple places that some people say are going to close. All of those places that I've heard rumors about say they're not, so nobody's closing. That's the official response. Who is expanding? Everybody's expanding, I think, is what the rumor is. I know that there are a couple of those bigger places that are, of course, looking into some kind of expansion, be it Mad Tree. We've talked about them and about their expansion into multiple tap rooms. Recently, if we want to talk about closing, Braxton Labs closed this week. And within that news of Braxton Labs shutting down the actual physical Braxton Labs tap room, they made it very clear that Braxton Labs is not closing. They are bringing labs more into Braxton as a brand. And within my conversation and also from reading other conversations and news articles that people wrote, it's clear that there are other tap rooms that are in the works with Braxton, not just current ones that exist that labs will become a bigger part of, but future tap rooms too that Braxton is looking at that will help kind of carry on the feel of labs, I guess. So it's not really closing. It's just changing and evolving. So that's kind of an answer to both of those. Who's closing? Who's expanding? Braxton is closing and expanding. And the next part of the question was, and who likes or does not like Truth Beer Podsequences? I've heard, and I cannot confirm or deny this, but I've heard that the folks over at March 1st, I don't know them personally. I've heard about them. I heard that they hate Truth Beer Podsequences. They think that they are the evil of Cincinnati craft beer, is a direct quote. So there we go. That's your three questions answered the best I can. So yeah, I didn't pull any labels tonight because I was doing my thing. Marco says, "Look, Mom, we made it." Yeah, you made it, buddy. I didn't pull any labels tonight because of everything else. It is going to be another hectic week. I did not anticipate the craziness of trying to figure out the schedule. I know that my schedule is something I've complained about a lot in the last couple years, but this balance, this first week was crazy, and then this week with Craft Brewers Conference is no better. Next week we'll definitely be back to normal. I do have a couple podcasts scheduled, but as you guys, I'm sure, noticed, there was no Brewcast this week. Tentatively, there is one scheduled for next week. That's tentative, though, because it's not a full, real interview podcast. It is some things that I'm recording from Craft Brewers Conference, and then also there is a grand opening this week. So the Lost Bridge Beverage Company, they're far west. So almost Indiana, so they're out there. They are opening their tap room in theory. I have not heard any more changes. They were supposed to open last week and they didn't. This week it's still, I guess, scheduled. I'm gonna stop out there and see what they're all about. I might do some audio from that to kind of talk about what it's like. I have talked to them a little bit about scheduling a podcast. They have not been too eager to get it on the book, so we'll see. We will see if that gets scheduled. If not, I want to talk about what they're doing because it's a little bit different than a lot of other startups have done locally. Aside from that, we're finally getting one show that I kind of talked about last week. We're getting that's definitely on the schedule as of right now. I have I'm sorry. There's another show. There is another show that I'm not going to talk about quite yet because I'm not convinced that one is going to actually happen. There's a couple good ones. And then, as Marco brings up, Warped Wing, they are doing a grand opening beginning of February. I will be there a little bit before that for a kind of soft opening to take some pictures and tell you guys what the place is about and what you can expect. If you were ever out there for either of the other places that exist before Warped Wing, I think you kind of understand the building and the soul that building has. So you should be excited about it one way or another. But I will definitely help spread some of that excitement to you. Marco says, "Pick me up. Let's go." I can't really pick you up if you're talking about the soft opening that is far west, as you are well aware, Marco. So let me try to paint a map for anybody that's jumping on this afterwards. So let's picture Marco lives. Let's say Marco lives right here. Okay, here's where Marco lives, right there, over on this side, and we'll say that I live like right here. You know, it's a nice little drive. You know, you can get there. See, it's pretty easy to get. This new brewery, they are like right here. So if I want to go pick up Marco, I have to go from here all the way over here, then all the way over here, and then to take Marco home, I got to go all the way back here. It just doesn't work, man. I can't do it. You can come over here, and then I'll take you over here, and then take you back here, and then you can go there, or however that works. But no, I'm not doing that. It's a long drive, guys. The world, Cincinnati is funny because it's not big, like it's not that crazy, but it's spread out just enough that it's kind of big, guys. It's kind of far. Everything's far away. It takes like a half hour to get anywhere, and it takes a half hour to get everywhere. So yeah, if anybody wants to drive, I'm not your guy. Especially where I live, which is like here in this map that we were talking about, just up here. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna keep it kind of short tonight. I'm sorry that things were way later than they were supposed to be. I'm sorry that I didn't pull any labels because I'm a bad live streamer or whatever this is. I'm sorry that there was no weekly pint or no Prost. I'm sorry that there was no Cincy Brewcast. I'm sorry that things have been nuts getting through the holidays. I do promise that it's going to change after this week. We are finally settling into a real schedule here. I've been working my butt off the last week with the new job, the new life. I have a video that I'm starting to put together. I don't know how many weeks it's going to take me to make this video, but that'll kind of explain all of it and explain why I've decided to go this route that I have, and what it kind of means for me as a person, and for my family, and for this thing, this live stream, for the YouTube channel, for the shows, all of that stuff. Why, it's this has been a big transition for me, and it's not easy, but I don't take any of this lightly, and I want you guys to know that. I know that through this transition, things aren't as smooth as they need to be, or as any of us want them to be. But it's not because I don't take this seriously. I take it very, very, very seriously, which is why all of this is happening. So it's going to get really fun from here on out, and I am extremely grateful that you guys are coming along on that journey with me. So thank you. Cheers, everybody. I hope that you guys have a beer in front of you, and I appreciate you waiting until what time is it? Until 11:26 p.m. to hang out with me. Marco says, "Are you going to see Zane again?" I've been looking a little bit. He's not as close this time as he was last time, so I don't know. Depends on how the dates work out, and how my schedule works out, and how the income works out. If at that point, if I've made more money than I need to make for that week, maybe. If I haven't, no. It just depends. It's so complicated now. There's definitely numbers that I have to hit, especially right now, every single day, and if I'm not hitting those goals, we've got a problem. So yeah, it's very complicated now. Life is not the same as it was before. It's not bad. It's very good, but yeah, it makes it hard to plan stuff like that. But we'll see. It is on my radar, and I will let you guys know if I am planning to go to something like that. So, thank you guys very much. Thanks for hanging out. If you see me out and about this week, please say hi, because I will be out and about a bit. And I mean, I guess that goes for any time. If you ever see me out and about, just come over and say hi. If you have any ideas for shows, let me know. We can work those into future ideas for the podcast, or for even this show. I probably could have found a way to do this live on location somewhere. That would have been fun, but yeah, wanted to get home to be with the family. So whatever, you know how it goes. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys a lot. If you really like what I do and you want to help support all of this, you know how to do that, right? You just go to thegnarlygnome.com/support, and it takes you right to a page where you can support. For those of you who do support, I promise there is a new batch of merch that is getting ready to go out. We ran inventory this weekend. It's not a weekend anymore, but we threw out this holiday weekend, I guess. We got everything kind of cataloged. We know what we have and what needs to go out and what doesn't need to go out. And I'm going to get some fun stuff out to you guys. And then I have a little list of some new things that need to make their way into the store. And then also the new store needs to go live. So I need to get some pictures taken of new merch and also old merch to get worked into the new store. The new store is going to add a new little side to it, to where if you don't want to pay for shipping, we're going to do like a local pickup kind of thing, where we can set up or arrange a day where we can stop at a tap room that's close to you, and I can drop off some stuff for you, and you can pick it up and not have to pay for shipping. So yeah, that's exciting. Marco says, I need a new pint glass. One of mine got chipped. So one of mine got chipped too. I don't know if it's a flaw in the glass, but I actually remember when I chipped it, though. It was my fault. Well, you can get you a new pint glass, man. I got I can't remember the number now. 20. I have 21 more. 21 more to go. And then they are gone. First batch is out of stock. So we've got more. We'll get you one. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up. I'm going to head upstairs. I'm going to climb into bed, and then I'm going to get up early in the morning, and we're going to dive into to the Ohio Craft Brewers Conference this week, and I'm going to learn a bunch and get all the dirt from what is happening around Ohio. Saw some really fun people tonight that I have not had the chance to sit down and talk to either ever or for a very long time. So hopefully we'll get some fun content out of that. Cheers, everybody. Everybody have a good night, and we'll be back next week. I promise we'll be back next week at a normal time. I promise. And you can always trust my promises. Good night, everybody. Have a good one. I'm going to spend all day tomorrow running around the parking garages around the convention center, sticking gnome stickers on all of the beer cars, all of the vans and the trucks and all of the cars from other breweries. We'll see how many of them actually notice.